G'day mate, welcome to the first ever installment of Prediction Time. Today I will be predicting this week's A-League games, so let's begin. Kicking this weekend off, we have a huge battle between third place Sydney FC and the unbeaten leaders Perth Glory. This game will take place at NIB Stadium and will kick off at 7 p.m. local time. This game is huge for the Sky Blues as a win will put them 3 points off Perth. However, if Perth win, they will go 9 points clear of Sydney. So how will this game go? Well, Sydney have won 5 of the last 5 games between the two, most impressively the 6-0 thrashing last season. However, the Perth Glory are a different beast this year and are unbeaten in the league, while Sydney's recent performances haven't been very impressive. Brandon O'Neill saved Sydney from a draw against the woeful Mariners, before being beaten 3-1 by Mark Rudan's Wellington, and before Janitovic's red card in the Sydney Derby. Sydney looked unorganised. So I believe that although the result against Western Sydney will be a morale booster, I think Perth Glory are too good at the moment to be beat. I think Perth will win 3-1. Now on to Wellington versus Brisbane, which will be played at 5:35 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Wellington Phoenix are in pretty good form at the moment after holding Perth to a draw, beating the Premier Sydney FC 3-1 and beating the Mariners 2-0. Brisbane Roar, on the other hand, have only won 1 out of their last 4 games, but Brisbane are still scoring goals thanks to Adam Daggett, which is a positive. The last 5 games have been pretty tight with 4 draws and 1 Brisbane win. Wellington should get a result, however Brisbane Roar won't go down without a fight, so this could be difficult for Mark Rudan's men. If Eric Bosiak wasn't suspended, I would have put this game down as a draw, but I think his absence will be felt. This game will end 2-1 with Wellington scoring a penalty and Adam Daggett. Now for the one you've all been waiting for. It's time to predict the Melbourne Derby. The Melbourne Derby will be played at 7:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. This game will be broadcasted on Channel 10 Boss as well as Fox Sports. Melbourne Victory come into this game searching for revenge after losing the first game of the season to City. City look to keep their title hopes alive by leapfrogging Sydney. Melbourne City beat Adelaide in a tight game 2-0. This performance showed us that Melbourne City can be clinical finishers, but it will be interesting to see if they can do this against one of the best teams in the league. Melbourne Victory have looked unstoppable in the last 2 months, not losing a game since October. The Victory's players have also been on fire, with Honda scoring 5 goals and getting 3 assists in his last 8 starts. The Big Sweet Toivonen has also looked sharp with 3 goals and 2 assists in 5 games. This game should be good, especially with so many high-profile players. I would like to see Melbourne City grab a draw, but Melbourne Victory are on fire, so they should win 3-2. The only game on Sunday this week is the F3 Derby, and I've got a feeling something is going to happen. The stage is set really. Roy O'Donovan's first game back after suspension for the Jets is away to the Mariners, his former employers and the Jets' bitter rivals. The Jets have missed Roy O'Donovan as they are the second worst scorers in the league. Roy O'Donovan's return will be a welcome one for the Jets, but can O'Donovan stay calm and not get sent off? The Mariners are missing key players thanks to injury, including Tommy Orr, Ross McComrack, Hira Ayer and Ben Kennedy. These injuries won't make the task of beating Newcastle any easier. However, there are a few positives to take out of the last few weeks, like Adam Pearce's performance against the Knicks was pretty good. It can't get worse for the Mariners, or can it? I think the Mariners will be up for this derby against the Jets, so if the Mariners can score a goal from a positive start, I believe the Mariners have every possibility of winning this game. I'm backing the Mariners to win this game 2-1. The final game in round 9 of the A-League will be played on Tuesday at 7:50 p.m. This game will take place at the Hindmarsh Stadium and will host Adelaide as they take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. This is a very important game for the Wanderers as they don't want to go astray of the top 6, while Adelaide look to further cement their place in the 6 by getting away from the Jets and the Knicks. The Wanderers are without their first choice keeper Janitovic after he was sent off in the Sydney Derby for handling the ball outside the box. The FFA Cup champions Adelaide United have lost their last 2 games, so they're hoping to get back to winning ways at home. While the Wanderers played alright before Janitovic's red card in the Sydney Derby and beat the Mariners the week before that, so the Wanderers should remain positive. The Wanderers are there for the taking, but I think Adelaide won't finish them off, and the Wanderers will grab a goal and the game will finish 1-1.